Díomh a gcuinúisle, tá fáilte rifcách inniu don ócáid speisialta seo in Ollscoil Limnaí, Cúnda Limnaí in Éireann. Hello to everybody, and you are most welcome to our graduation ceremony here today at the University of Limerick on the banks of the River Shannon, Ireland. It is a wonderful day that we have planned for you, and I hope that you, your friends and your family get to enjoy this special time as the University awards you for your endeavour and achievement during the course of your studies with us here at the University of Limerick. Take this time to relax and enjoy and breathe in the significance of your achievement. And note that this achievement is something that will always stay with you and that you will be able to reflect back on in years to come as you recount the journey of your time here at the University of Limerick, the times where you put in great effort to achieve your goals, to work with your lecturers and tutors and professional staff in order to realise the dreams that you came to us with on the first day of your journey. I hope that this special occasion for you, your family and your friends is all that it can be at this time, and that you will go on to celebrate even when this ceremony is over. Cogardicus live Galair.
Graduands, as Provost and Deputy President, it's my great honour to welcome you all to this online conferring ceremony at the University of Limerick. For UL, graduation ceremonies are the highlight of the academic calendar. It's the opportunity to come together to celebrate our students' hard work and perseverance, as well as their academic success. Graduation is a day to be celebrated with your family and friends, to recognise your academic achievements and the end of your studies. We hope that you'll be able to mark this milestone in a special way with your loved ones. For some of you, it will be the start of another journey, either into the workforce as a UL graduate or onto further education, where you'll build upon the educational foundations you received at UL. On behalf of everyone here at UL, I offer you our warmest congratulations to each and every one of you, and we wish you every success in the next stage of your journey. This year, due to the pandemic, we are graduating the class of 2021 in online ceremonies. We hope you will enjoy this special occasion. The full ceremony will last about 45 minutes. At the end of the ceremony, UL students from the Irish World Academy of Music and Dance will close the event with a spectacular display. Before we begin the formal part of this online ceremony, Professor Shane Kilcummins, the Executive Dean for the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, will explain to us the significance of the academic dress and the use of the mace at ceremonial events.
Hello and welcome to this UL online conferring ceremony. My role today is to say a few words on the significance of the academic robes worn by our academic staff and the graduates. The origins of academic attire date back to the 12th century, when universities were beginning to emerge. At that time, the dress of the scholar, both student and teacher, was that of the monk. The academic gown can be traced back to the Council of Oxford in 1222, where the local bishop decreed that all clergy should wear a closed flowing gown. Both Oxford and Cambridge adopted this practice and continued it even when the clerical attire changed. In 1895, formal standards were agreed for American universities, which continue to this day. There, the colour used is indicative of the subject to which the degree pertains. This same uniformity does not apply here in Ireland, and you will find it very difficult to identify a pattern or consistency. The hood was originally intended to serve as a cover for the tonsured head of the cleric. Caps came to be used later. You will notice that some academics wear caps while others do not, depending on the custom at the university at which the degree was conferred. In medieval times, the mace was a weapon of war and was a heavy staff or club made from metal and was originally used for breaking armour. In 13th century France, the mace was carried out by the monarch's bodyguard and began to acquire a ceremonial function as a symbol of secular power. At a live ceremony, parchments would be presented across the university mace to the graduating students by the president. Today, the UL mace will be placed on the table in front of our president to maintain its significance for use in acknowledging your academic achievement. I hope that you enjoy the ceremony and can celebrate your success with your families at home. Thank you.
I now call on Professor Kirsten May, President, to officially start proceedings and to deliver her conferring address.
Members of governing authority, members of academic council, parents, partners and families, graduates of the class 2021, colleagues, a meeting of the university is hereby convened for the purpose of conferring academic awards. Exercising the power granted to the University of Limerick by Oireachtas Éireann, I hereby confer degrees of the university on the graduates of Interfaculty Programmes. Graduates, welcome, dear Yves. As I begin today, I will offer you the warmest of congratulations on completing this hugely important part of your learning journey. I also decided to begin today by looking at UL from the outside, as somewhat of an island, but that is where I paused, as there is no doubt we are part of a much bigger community, a strong local and international family that helps us to have an outward perspective and helps us to enhance and develop the way we educate our young leaders of tomorrow. We know that the last 17 months have disrupted our lives, our work, our education and research, and indeed our families, kinships and friends. Amid that disruptions, we are emerging from those clutches through research, advances in medicine, but most of all through the solidarity and determination of our communities. Speaking of emerging, today you are completing your chosen journey through higher education. For some of you, your steps on this pathway of formal education will end here, and you will become competent and dynamic members of the workforce. For others, you will stay on this path of knowledge exchange and take your studies onwards. Nonetheless, and whatever path you have chosen, your success is hard-earned, highly valued, and above all, a credit to you and your entire support network. No one gets to graduate without a great deal of hard work, commitment, and some degree of self-sacrifice. Today, we need to thank your tutors, who work with such passion and commitment to educate the decision makers of tomorrow. We must thank your parents, guardians, and your family who stand behind you, offering the support that cannot be measured. Thank your friends who stand by your side and for just being there. And thank yourself for having the perseverance to see this expedition in the search of knowledge, insights, and understanding through to the end. You have shown resilience throughout your journey, and at the most challenging time, education has shown to be resilient also. However, we must learn from this pandemic and how change was foisted upon us. We must transform education, and we must do it so that it remains resilient and meets the challenges of tomorrow. COVID-19 has served as a reset button. There are opportunities. Key elements of our higher education system needed to become more agile and permeable throughout the human lifespan. It needs to be flexible and adaptable between online, remote, and face-to-face context. We must learn from the transitions of education and research undergone during the pandemic and build on these. However, any transformation or reimagining of university education has to go hand in glove with the reform of its funding model and an enhancement of its investment into its research infrastructure, capacity, and capabilities. Addressing both the exponential speed in which knowledge and competencies demands evolve, we need to enhance access to education and enable formal and informal learning opportunities, re- and upskilling throughout the human life cycle and not just at its beginning. Closing the gap between established educational models and agendas on the one hand and learners and societal needs on the other will not only ensure the global competitiveness of the Irish economy, it is vital for furthering and safeguarding social inclusion and cohesion, and for the thriving of our communities. Considerations for the future of education have to focus on growing a sense of interrelatedness between individuals and the community, between the local and the global, and importantly, they have to support the move beyond unsustainable economic growth models and further regenerative approaches to halt climate change and address the planetary health. As I mentioned before, we are part of a local and international community. You have an opportunity to be part of that future of education, both directly and indirectly. Since its foundation, UL has evolved from a regional institution to a national university with growing European and global reach through excellence in research and education. We have you, our alumni, who are the much sought after graduates that industry so desires and engaged citizen society needs. Armed with a valuable award, you can help shape the ways of tomorrow, answer the biggest challenges we face, and strive to the greater heights we desire. Challenges such as climate change and regenerating the planet and the oceans is going to require the ensemble of sciences, all of them, the advancements of innovative technology, collaboration across disciplines, sectors and nations. Above all, it requires talent with intellectual passion, critical engagement and emotional intelligence, judgment and empathy. You are entering into that world as our ambassadors, and we are so proud of you. Graduates, you have prevailed during a unique moment in history, and your graduation marks a significant milestone on your personal journey of growth, on your quest to fulfill your goals and nurture your aspirations. I hope you will look back fondly on your time at UL in Limerick and as part of a community of scholars. Our post-pandemic societal rejuvenation will be supported by the addition of people like you, bringing your skills, creativity and commitment into the community. We will continue to look for support from all levels of society, from government, from our industry partners and from our communities. We will continue to strive and thrive so that we do compete internationally and continue to explore and exploit the imposed changes for the better. Our higher education institutes protect the value of academic achievements proudly and fiercely by ensuring that our governance of your educational journey reaches the highest international standards. The importance of our sector has been highlighted because of this pandemic. Science and the relevance of educational engagement and global research activities is how we overcome adversities such as this current pandemic. Therefore, we continue to stand firm against any dilutions of educational standards to ensure that you can use your degree confidently and proudly in the knowledge that it is an unquestionable statement of ability, academic integrity and attainment. Today, you join a global community of the best alumni from Limerick, people who contribute to and make a difference to the lives of individuals, communities and nations on a daily basis. Cherish the knowledge and truths you have gained, keep adding to it, and remember that you are now alumni of this institution. You are inextricably linked, and we urge you to stay in touch as you go out into the world for the next exciting chapter of your lives. To finish, I will offer you this. As we look forward to the rest of the year and 2022 with growing optimism, remember this. Patient, determination and hard work will always bring success. And now you are equipped with the skill set and the tools to achieve success and overcome challenges. While we face challenges, we need to be cognizant of our own self-worth, our growth and our potential to achieve. Savor the short-term success, but be mindful of your long-term fulfillment and all the while think carefully about your priorities. I will close by wishing you all the very best for your new adventures in the knowledge that when life does become uncertain, you will always find comfort and sustenance from the achievement of your graduation. Feel tall, be proud, savor and relish this achievement. Congratulations and well done. Thank you very much.
I'm pleased to call on Professor Rachel Msetfi, Executive Dean, Faculty of Education and Health Sciences, to make her address of welcome and to present the candidates for conferring of undergraduate and taught postgraduate awards.
As Dean of the Faculty of Education and Health Sciences, I am honoured to welcome you, our new graduates, your families, your friends, and our distinguished guests to this very special graduation ceremony. Welcome also to University of Limerick staff watching today, who have been such an important part of your educational journey. Graduates, several years ago, I walked into the concert hall to give you a speech to welcome you to the University of Limerick. For undergraduates, it was 4 years ago, and for many of you, it was your first time registering for a university programme. I don't know if you remember that day, but I do. I remember it well. The concert hall was very full. You were all sitting in rows looking towards me at the podium. I was nervous because I wanted to speak well. I wanted to give you messages of inspiration and excitement about the learning opportunities you are about to encounter, both academically, socially, and in terms of your engagements with members of our community, through placements, through volunteering. I was nervous because I wasn't sure that I would find the right words on that special day. But I said something about the importance of being able to put your dreams on the table and give yourself the opportunity to realize them. This takes courage. Today, after a long journey, you're beginning to realize those dreams. You are receiving the qualifications that you worked so hard for, and you are also realizing the dreams of those who have supported you. When you dare to dream, and when you articulate those dreams, you are putting yourself on the path to achieving them. In that same speech, which seems so long ago now, I also said, and I quote, "Enjoy these new experiences and keep your friends and family in the loop of how you are feeling. Their support will be invaluable to you over the time that you're with us, because almost every student at some point during their time with us will have struggles. Life will happen too, and there can be glitches on the way. All of this has happened and more, and what we couldn't have known is that a global pandemic was on its way. What a glitch that has been. And you have completed your programmes under the most challenging circumstances that anyone could have imagined. At this point, and on your behalf, I want to pay tribute to and thank the staff of the Faculty of Education and Health Sciences and the University of Limerick. They have gone above and beyond despite their own challenges, working long days, well into the night and over weekends. Much of the work to ensure that programmes could proceed safely has gone on behind the scenes. And I want to thank the unsung heroes of our faculty who have ensured that you could undertake vital laboratory, clinical skills work and placement experiences safely. Despite their own fears, these unsung heroes have ensured that we are able to celebrate your graduation today. I also want to thank publicly your representatives in student life and the Postgraduate Students' Union, who have been so tireless in their work with us in order to support students during this time. But graduates, can I say that your parents, your partners, children and friends have been with you on this journey. They have worried about you, listened to you and supported you. And so, when we speak about education and knowledge, we often speak about standing on the shoulders of giants. Some of those giants are with us today. They are our family, our parents, our partners, our children and friends who have supported us in our journey. Today, we thank them as well. Graduates, at this point in the conferring ceremony, it is traditional for your dean to give advice to the class. A few wise words to take with you on your journey. And I want to say this: I have confidence in you. I have confidence in the education you have received. I have confidence in the resilience, professionalism, and compassion for others that you have shown during this time. Have confidence in yourselves and your education. You have demonstrated in spades everything that is required for a successful career and a resilient life. Now, I've spoken a lot about challenges so far, but life isn't just about challenges. It's about successes, it's about joy, it's about wonderful moments such as you are experiencing today. And I say to you now, enjoy it, savor this moment, take photographs, remember the pride that we have in you, remember the confidence that we have in you as you go out to begin the next stage of your lives. We at the University of Limerick are proud of your achievements and to have had the opportunity to support you in your journey. Thank you. President, the Academic Council of the University has been satisfied that the following candidates are worthy to be conferred undergraduate and taught postgraduate awards. Therefore, I present the candidates and request you to confer the awards upon them. Assistant Dean Academic Affairs, Dr. Raymond Lynch, will now call the candidates in award category and in alphabetical order.
Bachelor of Science Education in Biology with Physics or Chemistry or Agricultural Science. Shane Barry, Alison Behan, Victoria Boyce, Joan Brosnan, Shauna Burke, Sean Campion, Tig Carpenter, Shauna Carroll, Rory Carroll, Niall Collins, Aina Collins, Aisling Coomey, Shauna Corcoran, Keith Coughlin, Molly Crilly, Stephen Cullen, Ailva Davern, Colin Dial, Leah Enright, Laura Farrell, Aoife Flanagan, Megan Ford, Rachel Glennon, Shauna Gregory, Eilish Griffin, Emer Horan, Donna Kelly, Darren Kelly, Martin Cohen, Liam King, Conor Leach, Saoirse McGrath, Ulwyn McInerney, Denise McLaughlin, Ned Murphy, Conor Murphy, Jade Murphy, Laura Murphy, Emma O'Carroll, Emma O'Connell, Timothy O'Connor, Eamon O'Dea, Breege O'Dwyer, Maeve O'Halloran, Niamh O'Keefe, Dennis O'Neill, Dylan O'Shea, Mairead O'Sullivan, Lisa Reid, Roisin Reardon, Jennifer Rogers, Jeremiah Sheehan, Emma Sheeran, Tara Spratt, Sheena Tarrant, Shannon Walsh, Peter Welton. Bachelor of Science Education in Physical Science with Chemistry and Physics. Chelsea Blade, Samuel Briskovich, Conor Joyce, Susan Kingston, Cathal Monaghan, Rory O'Connell, Peter O'Donnell, Niamh Ann O'Shea, Tara Ryan, Corn Williams. Bachelor of Technology Education in Materials and Architectural Technology. Anthony Betts, Gregory Buckley, Robbie Burke, Keane Butler, Jared Comer, James Connolly, Jonathan Crehan, Patrick Daly, Pádraig de Wallace, Micheál de Wallace, Alan Dewan, Damien Egan, Lauren Fagan, Niall Fagan, Mark Fahey, Conor Fitzgerald, Cian Foley, Conor Ford, Pádraig Furlong, McDara Gerty, Patrick Holland, James Howard, Mark Kehoe, Jonathan Kelly, Gerard Larkin, Jason Madden, Maeve Madigan, Maria McCarthy, Cian McInerney, Brendan McKeown, Kieran Mead, Ian Moore, Michael Murphy, Luke Mylod, Cathal O'Halloran, John O'Mahony, Killian O'Shea, Grace O'Sullivan, Shane O'Sullivan, Michael O'Sullivan, Michael Owens, Raymond Prendergast, Daniel Redden, Gerard Reddy, Kate Redmond, Aisling Redmond, Nick Ryan, Conor Ryan, Patrick Sheehan, Dara Todd, Cathal Tracy, Aaron Whelan. Bachelor of Technology Education in Materials and Engineering Technology, Pádraig Campion, Barry Casey, Patrick Cullum, Aina Cunningham, Liam Delaney, Jack Dillon, Michaela Dial Burns, Mark Duffy, Brendan Fitzpatrick, Kieran French, Patrick Gleeson, Tanya Grant, Gary Horn, Niamh Carney, Jack Kehoe, Shane Kelly, Michael Keohan, Colin Kinsella, Liam McKay, Aidan Martin, Joseph Mason, Manus McDarr, Niall Maloney, John Morris, David Murphy, Quailán O'Brien, Nigel O'Callaghan, Paul O'Neill, Jack O'Sullivan, Daniel Power, Dylan Quinn, Michael Raleigh, Dennis Sheehan, Thomas Tahany, Gerard Walsh, Matthew Ward, David Whelan.
I am pleased to confirm the recipient of the 2021 Silver Medal School Placement Award Interfaculty is John Morris, Bachelor of Technology Education, Materials and Engineering Technology, who completed his placement at St Peter's College. I now call upon our newest graduate from the faculty, Ms. Maeve Madigan, to say a few words to her peers in the graduating class of 2021.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maeve Madigan and I am a student from the Materials and Architectural Technology class of 2021. I am honoured and privileged to have been asked to address our graduating class today. This is an important milestone for us and one that I am happy to share with my fellow graduates and those closest to us. Firstly, I would just like to congratulate everyone. We got there in the end and we should be immensely proud. To say it has been a crazy year is an understatement. Since we were all asked to leave the campus in March last year, who could have foreseen the way our final year in college would have turned out? When writing this speech, I thought back to the first time we all met together in UL. I'm sure everyone here can vividly remember walking through campus on our first day. As each of us entered the concert hall, our palms all sweaty, praying that we would bump into someone you know, we began our journey at UL. I didn't know anyone doing the same course as me, and I initially felt out of my depth. But thankfully, as the day progressed, I realised that this was the university for me. As I made new friends in the following days, I realised that we were all in the same boat, sharing the same experience and the same exciting apprehension of what was to come. Everybody here has had their own unique journey in UL. Some of us may have glided through our years in college with very few road bumps here and there. Yet for others, these past years may not have been so easy. Many of us have concealed our problems as we walk through campus or logged onto our computers every morning. But graduation is a time of unity for each and every one of us to come together and give ourselves the pat on the back we deserve, whilst also cherishing the good memories and lessons we have been part of and enjoyed over the years. Today, in some way, we may feel or think that we are immortal. The future is, will be and should be bright. But like our brief years at UL, what makes life valuable is that it doesn't last forever. What makes it precious is that it ends. I know that now, today, more than ever. Although our time spent on campus was cut short, it is undeniable that we have gained great knowledge throughout the duration of our course. This knowledge is something that will set us apart from other people in our careers, so be sure to use it to your advantage. As we all head into our careers, it is important we use the knowledge and connections we have made in the course to help one another, as we all know how difficult it can be to succeed. As we face the future, we can utilise this knowledge with our heads held high, knowing that we have worked hard for it and we deserve our opinions and thoughts to be respected in all situations. Some of us have found what we want to do and others are still looking, but that is okay. Every end has a new beginning. Today marks the start of that new beginning, and this new beginning is one we should embrace wholeheartedly. To conclude, I have gained so much from my experience throughout my course. I know I speak for everyone graduating today when I say we are so grateful for the quality of teaching from our excellent lecturers, staff and tutors that we came across during our time in our courses. The student-lecturer relationship in this university is one of a kind, as the lecturers are willing to do all they can to help in both educational and real-life needs of their students. It is quite rare to find people whose only wish is to see you succeed. Therefore, we say with ultimate gratitude, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Finally, I want to speak to you all, the graduating group of 2021. Although it was one of the strangest years of our lives, I am delighted to have spent it with you as a group. We all came in with different levels of knowledge and backgrounds, and we leave now as the graduating class of 2021. A bond that no one can take from us, yet endings are inevitable, time continues to tick away, and life continues to pass. Today is one of those inevitable days for us. Today we say our goodbyes to lecturers, friends, UL, and in some ways, part of ourselves. So, graduating class of 2021, congratulations to everyone once again. Enjoy your celebrations today with your families and loved ones, wherever you are in the world. We deserve it after all our work. Hopefully, in the not too distant future, we can all meet again to celebrate in person. Thank you.
I am pleased to call on Professor Nora Lee Kennedy, Vice President Research, to present a brief overview of research programmes here at UL.
As Vice President of Research, I am delighted to offer my congratulations to you all on this wonderful occasion. At UL, we are very proud of our reputation for doing excellent research that tackles grand challenges and makes a positive impact on our world. UL has a rich history of research across its disciplines. The pursuit of excellence in that research has contributed to our understanding of many important research questions, as well as the development of many applications for the real world. The impact of our research is evident in many areas, including tackling multi-drug resistance, improving software development, understanding risk in autonomous vehicles,
developing new processes for the pharmaceutical sector for precision medicine, and developing new materials for sustainable uses in a range of industries, to highlight a few. PhD students are a fundamental part of the research ecosystem, and we are actively growing our PhD community at UL. In January 2020, we welcomed the first cohort of PhD students from Algeria to join a structured PhD programme. We also host this SFI Centre for Research Training in Foundations of Data Science, a nationally funded collaborative initiative between Science Foundation Ireland, Maynooth University, UCD and industry partners, coordinated by SkillNet Ireland and Technology Ireland ICT SkillNet. These structured programmes sit alongside the more traditional PhD route that many of our PhD students take in all 4 faculties. We strive to offer an excellent experience to all our students and to continually review and improve on feedback received. We have recently received the results of the Student Survey 2021 and UL's postgraduate report, having an above average experience in almost every category. The survey results show that UL's research students rate our research infrastructure and research culture as higher than other institutions. You are more likely to be supervised by a team of academics and report a more positive supervision experience in UL than in other institutions. UL students also report having more travel funding and that their research degree programme is more worthwhile than other students report. Doing a PhD happens alongside many other exciting things in your life, and I would also like to acknowledge and thank the many people in your lives who have supported you in many ways during the last number of years. The family and friends who lent a literal and figurative shoulder of support and celebrated the highs with you and helped you through the lows. Completing a PhD develops your expertise in your chosen field and also develops many transferable skills which prepare you well for your chosen career path. Throughout your PhD, you're likely to have also had opportunities to present your work to colleagues abroad, and through those experiences, you will have broadened and deepened your network. Continuing to grow your network throughout your career is of huge value to you, but also do keep connected to your UL family. Having completed your PhDs during a global pandemic speaks to your resilience and capacity to focus. Taking the positives from this difficult period the world is experiencing will also bode very well for your futures. To close, I wish you every success in your future careers and hope that you will continue to connect with your UL family throughout your futures. Congratulations to you all.
Graduates, thank you for watching this online ceremony today, which I hope you enjoyed. On behalf of everyone at UL, I offer you our warmest congratulations to each and every one of you and wish you all every success in your future career path.